Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Ball. Now I'm in two minds with this one. Either I need to open all the chests or I need to kill all the fish. My money is on open all the chests because I think that was a prominent thing they like to do in the underwater levels in Super Mario 64. Now I keep referencing Super Mario 64 quite a lot, but that is because... Okay, you activated the ship. That's because this game was released in similar fashion to Super Mario 64 and fairly close in time. I believe this game was released 2004. No idea when Super Mario 64 was released, in fact, but they were pretty close, I seem to recall. We're up to 8 stars out of 35, making good progress. And this looks like a boss to me. It looks like a cheap with a bunch of spines. Not sure why. Though I do like the look of those target things back left and back right. Yep, can't hurt him because of those spines, so presumably I have to hit the targets. Maybe they'll do something. Oh, bomb-oms! I see, I have to hit him with a bomb-om. Makes him go big and then Mario hit him, or another bomb-om. Something's got to hit him. Come on, Mario. No, you're too slow. But I get the general gist of this one also, so that's not bad. Do find it comical that we have 8 stars and we're on boss number 3 of 4, 5 if you count Bowser. Just to show that you do not need very many stars at all to complete this game. Or maybe you do, I'm not sure. Bowser's castle is probably protected by a Stargate with quite a large number, but I've not been there, so I'm not sure. We've yet to lose a life. If you lose a life, then that's not the end of the world. We have 3 lives. If you lose all 3 lives, then you have to use a continue. Now, I believe we have unlimited continues. The downside of using a continue is that you lose all your points. We all do love points, don't we? Yes, of course we do. But I don't think you lose any stars when you do that, so that's not going to be the end of the world, though I've not actually lost a continue, so I'm not certain. No doubt I will, and then we shall find out. But we're not in it for the points, we are in it for the stars. Getting all the stars in the game isn't necessary, but it does give you a few benefits. I believe there is an extra minigame you can play if you get them all, and then there is also an extra part tapped onto the end of the ending. So in order to get the full ending video, you have to complete the game in full, which means getting all of the stars. Now so far every boss has died in 3 hits, I'm expecting the same thing here from Mr. Cheep Cheep. I do want to kill his sibling, if I can. So maybe I should just go for Cheep Cheep himself. There we go, I've hit him twice now. And that was quite a swish move if I had finished it off, but I did not, so it's less swish than I'd hoped. Mario, of course, the priority to keep alive on the field. Nice to keep the bomb-oms there, but they don't really matter, not like Mario does. There we go, that's got it done. That looked quite swish, that. It was mostly luck, but I could claim that was skill and you'd be none the wiser. There we go, look how skillful that was. Now look, as I failed to get the key. So 3 keys down, we're making good progress, very, very good progress. And our cannon has been erected back on board 1 for this level. I was going to say back we go, but I forgot the item boxes spawn. That's a Yoshi's egg, we'll go see what that does. In that fancy looking level that had a Yoshi's egg painted on the floor. Toad will once again accost me into this gazebo. So this is the screen where if I were to fail on this one and go downwards, I would actually lose a life, because this is the first board of the level. No, I wish to stay where I was. Thank you. I do believe the cannons are a little too sensitive. If you tap them at all, they open, and if you get anywhere near them, they pull you in with some kind of vortex power, which is a little bit of a shame. It's helpful if you want to get in the cannon, but if you want to go through the 1-star door at the top, it's irritating. Ah, but apparently it springs back up if you leave it long enough. I did not know that, but that's handy. Toad, however, will just grab you the second you go anywhere near him. Curse you, Toad. You'll notice that killing enemies is not a job for just touching them. You do have to hit them with significant power in order to kill them. Which is a nice touch. Okay, one more try at getting through the door, the front door to this place. And then if not, maybe we'll go hunting in some of the other places. I hate you, Toad. Alright, let's go back to the fairground and see if anything has changed there. There are 5 stars obtainable from the fairground, and 1 key. And the tent is now open. You may not have noticed, actually, but first time over here, this tent was not open. It was shut. Yes, that's the opposite of open, you see. Now, inside, we have the mini-games. We can buy a life for 25 blue coins, but we're not going to be doing that. We can buy a blue stopper thingy for 1 blue coin, which isn't actually that bad. But we can play the mini-games. It's 1 blue coin to play that one, or 2 blue coins to give that one a go, and 3 blue coins to try that one. We'll start with this one, because presumably it's easier. Multi-ball! I've killed myself! Okay, so you don't actually lose a life for dying in the minigames, you just fail and it makes an embarrassing noise. As if to say, you have failed. If it's him here, I need to just keep hitting the chomps back into the red dots. If I get them all the way back, it looks like they die. Seems plausible. We've lost the pin though, so that's annoying. The blue pipe thing, I mean. And we have 6 seconds remaining, and I have just Mario to do this, so I do not think it's fast enough, so let's die. Right, let's give it another go! Come on then, Toad, bring it on. Once again, this implies that Toad has stars. He's just not giving them to me, because he doesn't want to see his princess rescued. He wants to make a bit of cheap money on the side. It seems hitting them from behind works just as well as hitting them from the front, so maybe that's the best way to get this job done. But I'm not really skilled enough to control where the ball goes. We'll give it one more go and then we'll move on. We're moving on quite a lot, aren't we? Yes, we are. We killed one of them. Let's get this job done. Come on, Mario and Yoshi's eggs. Seems a little cruel to be batting Yoshi's eggs about the place, but oh well, Yoshi doesn't mind. Let's try the next one, before we run out of blue coins. What do we have to do here then? Aha, top right hand corner, I see a number that says 22. Looks like we have to kill bullet bills. No idea why. No idea why Toad has stolen a couple of bullet bill launchers. No idea how I lost. But apparently he has. So that's what we'll do. Seems that every time I kill one, you get fired a huge distance for killing it, but that's alright, that's fair, I suppose. I am now seriously running out of time on this, and I've killed myself once again. So we see the mini-games are not my thing. I do want to try that house on the left, which was... Oh dear, I've used a Yoshi's egg. Oh, good grief, it's all going wrong this time, isn't it? I do want to try that thing on the left, the house, because that was also boarded up the first time we were here. So it would be nice to go in there and see what's in there. I'm guessing a boss, because there is a boss somewhere in this world. And I'm taking all bets on how many times I can miss that shot before finally getting in. The test of strength on the left, haven't spoken about that. If you hit it hard enough, it produces 1 yellow coin. It's not brilliant, but there you go, it's free coinage. That looked pretty in to me. We will go check out Bowser's place momentarily. We won't be going for Bowser himself, of course, but we will have a look at his castle. There may be some stars there. And I give up going in this place. Though apparently the egg won't let me in. That's kind of fortunate, actually. Alright, off we go then. We'll play it your way. Now then, how are we doing for stars? In the first place we went to the grasslands. 2. Okay, it's as good a place as any. Let's get there. Aha! I think I may have found a cannon cancelling button. Certainly looked like it anyway. This could prove useful. Maybe I should have read the buttons before I played the game, but there we go. I thought it'd be even more adventurous and play it even blinder. Yes, this is a completely blind playthrough. I have played it enough just to test the game works, basically, and get the controls right. 5 blue coins is handy. It's very handy. Notice that the enemies spawn infinitely, and we found another one of these places with a Yoshi's egg on the floor. Not certain what these mean, and every time I see this mole I'm rather irritated because the mole never seems to die, no matter how many times I hit him. Certainly didn't in the igloo, if you recall that. That was an irritation at its finest by that chap because he was so easy to hit and yet he never died. I sense the same kind of situation happening with this mole. However, we have obtained the star for this area, so if the mole has anything, it's probably an extra life, which I think we can live without. We have taken the star, we're happy with that. Now, I do believe there was another door, top left, which required 5 stars to get in, and we couldn't get into that before because we did not have 5 stars. I don't know what button I pressed there. Right, put Toad out the way, maybe we can finally get somewhere, curse you Toad. The target will be the top right 5-star gate, because we've been inside the windmill and we know that there was a boss in there who is now dead. We've killed the bees and taken their star, I do believe, which means the only place for us to go is top right. I don't really like the Mega Mushroom, so we shall replace it. Or maybe we can get a double Mega Mushroom. No, we'll get some coins and keep our Mega Mushroom. That works. Why not? Okay, we can fail and go backwards. It's just become apparent to me that what the cannon actually is saying there is not you cannot press left and right, but it is instead saying to cancel, press left and right. Not sure why it took me that long to work that out, but now I've worked it out, we're in great standings. Well, not great, but slightly better than we were before. Seems if you open every door, then they all shut. I'm not sure why that is, seems a bit silly. Sooner they all just stayed open, but whatever. Not my game. I hate you, Toad. I will get through that door no matter how long it takes. I'm determined now. No better skill-wise, but determined. Come on, let me out. Irritating thing about Toad, or 2 irritating things. First of all, he resets the door. Second of all, if you spam B too much to get rid of him, you end up using one of your Mega Mushrooms by mistake. Now are we going to get through? Of course we are! We're going to get through in the next video. In one shot it's coming up. Hopefully you join me for that, and I shall see you then.